Okay. I will talk to you later.
Hopefully you will not self-destruct and do leave shit.
Never.
I wish I could do that.
Famous last words. What could possibly go wrong?
Yeah, I don't want to think about it.
Well,
Okay, man.
I will keep you updated, man, on what
Okay.
happens.
Take care.
All right.
Yeah.
Talk to you later.
Great question. Like everything, it takes a little planning. Or put the money towards a down payment
On a ranch
in Montana.
with horses.
Let's take a look at those scenarios.
All right, thanks for being here with us tonight. I will see you again tomorrow and every night this week at 9 o'clock Eastern. In the meantime, you can find me on Blue Sky. I don't know if you have Blue Sky yet, but I'm there and I like it. I think you should try it. I'm on Blue Sky at matto.msnbc.com. I had complained previously about the fact that if you wanted to post a video clip on Blue Sky, you could only post up to 1 minute because that was the restriction they had. You can now post up to 3 minutes, which makes it
nice.
way more useful for circulating news clips and stuff that's happening in the news that you want people to see in a journalistic capacity. So I'm very grateful to Blue Sky for upping that time limit to 3 minutes. It makes it even more useful for reading the news. Thanks. All right, now it's time for the last word with Lawrence O'Donnell. Good evening, Lawrence.
Good evening, Rachel. And, I'm on Blue Sky too, and thanks for telling me about, first of all, the 1 minute limit, which I didn't know about, and the new and the new 3 minute limit, which I'm going to love. That's a huge upgrade for me. Huge upgrade.
It's like remodeling your house before you move in it.
Yeah. And Rachel, Catherine Rampell is on Blue Sky, and she's our first guest tonight. She's my favorite.
Oh, great.
She's my favorite economics writer, currently working in an American newspaper at the Washington Post. And boy, is there a lot to cover. And the not so boring old world of economics and trade wars and stuff like that. It's actually, as I think I've said before, it's a really exciting time to watch CNBC, which I don't say every day, but now I'm just telling you. I mean, I'm back and forth to MSNBC, but you know, it's great. It's.
I will admit to watching more CNBC
Yeah.
and like spending more time on Bloomberg than I previously.
Yeah,
when the
Bloomberg too.
president of the United States tries to set fire to the U.S. economy a new way every day, you need to talk to the people who are like, this is how the economy works. So
And
this
it's
is what's
especially
on fire.
It's especially fun if you've watched CNBC in normal times, which I would call, say, the Biden administration, when the stock market's going up all the time. Because the tone, it may be a subtle change in tone for people who aren't used to it, but it's really been powerful. I'm going to show some of it tonight because I do think it captures this moment. And by the way, what we're going to see is a professor, an economics professor at the Wharton School, which has a very famous graduate who gets a lot of stuff wrong.
Excellent. Looking forward to it, Lawrence.
Thanks,
Thank you.
Rachel. Thank you. Well, today Donald Trump backed down. Big surprise. Donald Trump backed down.
Hello.
Hey, Jim.
Hey, who died? You said you had to go to a funeral?
Yeah, well, my buddy's dad that I grew up with. Actually, he's kind of
Ohio?
like, yeah, kind of like my second set of parents. Like
Yeah.
I spent so much time at
That's down there by Touchdown Jesus or something you used to live, right?
right, yeah. It's just 1 mile north of Touchdown Jesus.
Oh, that sucks, huh? How old was he? Did he live a decent age?
Yeah, he lived a long time.
That's cool.
It's actually kind of the place that they're doing the funeral is at St. Patrick's Church, and it's very close to St. Patrick's Day. So they're not they're more Scottish, I think, but
Yeah.
I'm like just the poeticness of it being on
Yeah, because St. Patrick's Day is
St.
Monday, yeah.
Patrick's, yeah. I'm sure people will be getting their Irish on.
I'm sure. They don't, that's one of those days that if you're Irish or whatever, it lasts forever, right? I mean, those people are serious about that.
I just have a pickup order for Russ.
Go forward.
Yeah, that's true. It's
I was laughing earlier because I heard you say, I got to put this puppy in the cage before I can do my call. I'm like, oh, what kind of trouble Joy's in tonight?
oh yeah, she's been a handful, man. Like she's doing good, but like when she's out of the kennel, like she wants to play nonstop, and so like it's always I have to be throwing her ball, and if I'm not throwing it, then she's barking at me,
Yeah.
and if I don't do it after several barks, then she starts biting me.
Wow.
Sometimes if Jethro's around, they play, but then Jethro eventually gets tired of her and tells her to go away in not so many words.
Here's 20 cents just because we're all out of tomatoes. So
Oh, okay. Funny. I'm at Sonic, and I had ordered a sandwich with some tomatoes, which I guess cost 20 cents to upgrade, and I paid on the credit card, and I guess they're out of tomatoes, so she just opened up the window. She gave me 2 dimes. He's like, here's 20 cents because we're out of tomatoes.
Oh my god, it's hilarious. Never had that happen before.
Thank you.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, perfect.
Sorry
Thank
about
you.
that.
No worries. You're good.
Careful. Have a good one.
You too.
Trying to think of, I don't even know where the Sonic is down there. They still open. They close a lot of them up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, not here so much, but in Texas and other places like that.
Yeah, I just like it because it's I get their slushies.
Yeah, I like the slushies, especially in the summer. They got like chili lime or cherry lime or some shit. Yeah, they're refreshing in the summer.
That they are.
Dude, this freaking shit with, Felix and calling us, Mexico's a fucking joke, man.
Yeah.
Jeez.
I know, and I am.
That's a worse fucking country. Dude, they should have been on top of this.
Oh, it's not Mexico's. It's not Mexico's fault. It's the typical thing, and I'm not shy about telling that.
I'll tell you what, though, your Stellantis cracks me up because you're like, why are you guys dicking around? And then next thing you know, we get answers from Mike, like, yeah, they know they're in the wrong, right?
Yeah. Fuck around and find out. Like, I'm not playing games with this program. Like,
it's like, they're a bunch of idiots, man. I mean, not even on the tank side. They don't know what they want. They don't know anything about assembly.
I know.
It's like, I don't even know how that
like
company.
this,
I don't know how that company stays in business.
This is not my first rodeo, and I'm happy to educate the team and walk them through.
I know, but
all this.
You know what I was thinking about when I'm on them calls? I'm thinking about everyone picks on like Elon Musk and shit. Like, look what Tesla has a good product. I don't know if they have good employees or how they got to where they're at, but man,
it's not because of Elon Musk. Jim?
Well, I'm just saying how a newer company with less experience and less experienced people or whoever they hired is doing better than a 100-year-old company. You know what I mean? It's when I think about the quality and
right.
shit. And,
I will answer that question for you if you would like to know. It's not because of Elon Musk. It's because of the intelligent, like there's a lot of really smart engineers, programmers.
Yeah, but a lot of those have quit now too. Like the up and coming company now is Scout. You ever heard of Scout?
Right.
They're up.
All of those good people will quit because of the bad person at the top of the company who is not even focused on running those companies right now. Because he's too focused on trying to fuck up this government in his ketamine-induced rages.
Yeah, but he wasn't like that 10 years ago. How does a company like Tesla and
it's
I only say Musk because he's the run. They come out of nowhere and they kick 100-year-old companies' asses.
It's all about addiction, and Elon Musk does ketamine regularly. Like,
I know, but you can't. You're only as good as the people you're surrounded with. And I'm not even just saying Tesla. I'm saying, what about Amazon? What about Google? What about all these companies that blow away 100-year-old companies' door? This is what I'm getting at, Like I don't have no faith in like GM or Ford or whatever. They're not reinventing themselves. They're 100-year-old dinosaurs. And all these other younger companies are passing them up for people with ideas, right?
Right, but all of those companies are made by the people on the ground level taking the day-to-day actions. Like, very little of that has to do with the multimillionaires at the tops of those companies that are,
they're making the millionaires look good, is what you're saying. They're doing all the elbow grease and shit.
And that's why so many people leave Tesla, is because they know Elon Musk is a piece of shit that doesn't know what the fuck he's doing, and he's so discombobulated. Like I'm ADHD, right? Like I know what it's like to be scatterbrained and be and also be able to hyper focus on things. And when you want to hyper focus on something, you can. It's like a superpower. You can like.
I know what you're saying. Yeah.
Figure out solutions, but
well, that's how you are with your 3D printers and shit. You're hyper focused on that shit.
Right, but that's the thing is. Elon Musk is president of Tesla and SpaceX, and he's too busy fucking around with the government, which he's not elected to be doing, and he's illegally doing it. And he should fuck right the hell off, go back to Africa, and he should focus on making...
Well, he probably will. He's probably a year or so away from that. He's on his... I mean, that's how those people are.
I don't think so. Africa doesn't want him.
You'll find somewhere.
He's
when you're a billionaire, everybody wants you. Bro.
He is actively killing millions of people in Africa right now, Jim, by shutting down all that USAID stuff, all the HIV treatment, like that has been killing people since Inauguration Day, and that is the fault of Elon Musk and Donald Trump. So, thank you for that. By the way,
I don't follow for that.
Well, you don't follow it, but that's the results of your vote. Like, their blood is on your hands.
Well, and before that, a lot of other people's blood was on their hand too.
Right, and I don't mean to like call you.
No, I know what you're saying.
You're not a bad person for that. Like, I respect the hell out of you.
No, I know what you're saying. I don't like I said, we have this talk all the time, and I'm like, give me somebody in the middle or some shit, so I don't have to. I can feel comfortable in my own skin. You know what I mean?
You know who I really like. Bill Maher made this argument on his show a couple weeks ago. John Fetterman for president.
Yeah.
And Pete Buttigieg as VP. Or I think that's...
what surprises me right now?
The fucking dream team.
What surprises me right now, Russ, and I want to know your take on this. I'm surprised at, I've been reading in how other countries are kind of all goofed up too, like Germany or France or even Canada or I mean, all countries are struggling with leadership, it seems like. And looking for the center, it seems like. I mean, even Australia, I've read about them. They're struggling. I mean, everybody's struggling, man.
Yeah.
And I don't know what the reason is, but they're all different for different reasons, right?
People, they're all struggling because of social media, and has sunken its roots and has taken over. I mean, social media has been the cause of genocide.
Downfall, yeah. I had a buddy, you remind me of him, and he died a few years back, actually 6 years ago this week, and he always told me, dude, he had a flip phone, he didn't believe in it or nothing, he hated Facebook, he wanted Zuckerberg dead, he wanted all the computers, internet, all them fuckers dead. He said, that's going to ruin everything.
Yeah.
He hated that, and I never really understood why, but dude, I'm serious, he was like 70 when he died. That guy never had the internet, never had enough, but he had a TV in his house, and he had cable, but
he
hated
a TP or a TV?
A TV in his house, and he had cable, that was it. Okay. He had a flip phone, he wouldn't get an iPhone, he wouldn't get the internet, he never had the internet in his house anywhere. He was a tax man. He did everything by hand. He would never do computerized anything.
Yeah.
And he hated. He said Facebook. You made me just think of him now, because he said that social media and Facebook and everything ruined the world and ruined everything.
Yeah.
It was funny. He died 6 years ago, and you made me think of him. Man, you sound like my buddy Bill that died. Because he was saying that to me over and over, and I never understood it. I was too busy raising the family and shit.
Yeah.
I wasn't paying attention to social media. I still don't. I don't know what Instagram or Pinterest. I don't have any of this shit.
Well, it reminds me a lot of Scott, the guy I got Jethro from, who's from your town. I mean, he's from Midland, and I don't know if I ever told you this. Have you ever heard of the Overton Window?
No.
Look it up.
Overton Window.
Yeah, the Overton Window. It's something that you will hear on the news. The person who came up with the concept of the Overton Window is Joseph Overton, who is Scott Overton's brother. Scott's the guy I got Jethro from. So there's this like political discourse theory that's called the Overton Window. That basically it says that what society deems as being acceptable and what is covered in the news as being acceptable changes over time, and it changes based on what's happening in society, and he was involved in some very libertarian think tanks that were using this to push their political agendas in Midland, and he worked for several people in Congress and the Senate before he died in a plane crash.
Wow.
But yeah, that's probably why Jethro's so smart. Is he was raised around Scott, who was a complete drunk but a good guy, but also Joseph, who was brilliant.
I have to check it out.
Yeah. Overton Window. That's your homework for tonight.
Okay. I'll talk to you later. Have a good night.
All right.
Go do my homework. Bye.
Later, Jim.